Here's check on stories we're following for you on Robin Hood Radio. Taking a look at some meetings coming up in our area. Dutchess County Executive Mark Molinaro will continue his outreach about the pandemic in Dutchess County when he hosts the next virtual town hall forum, which will be broadcast live on the county's Facebook page. As with each of the county's executive 30-plus online forums since March, American Sign Language interpreters will translate the discussion as residents ask their questions virtually. County Executive Molinaro has hosted more than 30 such sessions, and an archive of those conversations can be viewed on the Dutchess County Governor's YouTube page. In Sharon, the Transfer Station Building Committee has a meeting in Sharon that is set for 5:30. The Region 1 Middle School Athletics and Activities Committee meeting, a Zoom conference call at 6 o'clock. More information at the Region 1 website. Dutchess County BOCES is hosting 3 virtual town hall meetings for the BOCES community regarding reopening schools. The meetings are scheduled for 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Thursday, August 20th. The meetings will cover identical topics but are offered at different times for the convenience of families. The links to the meetings will be available on their website, dcboces.org. Participants will be able to ask questions during the meeting. You can submit those questions in advance by emailing covidquestions@dcboces.org. Safeguard your cardiac health with cardiologist Dr. Daniel O'Day, and a program Noble Horizons is presenting via Zoom on Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. He is a veteran cardiologist with the Heart Center, a division of Hudson Valley Cardiovascular Practice, PC, at the Sharon Hospital. He will discuss the importance of not delaying necessary or routine care during the COVID-19 pandemic, providing guidance on how to effectively monitor cardiac wellness from one's home, and explain the steps necessary to safely self-monitor cardiac health. More information, noblehorizons.org. Registration and Zoom information is also available there. In Cornwall, coming up on Thursday, the Board of Finance has a meeting set for 7 p.m. The Ancram Town Board meeting is on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pine Plains Town Board workshop meeting will be held on the YouTube page for the Town Board on the 20th, coming up at 7 p.m. Sheffield Historical Society presents an outdoor exhibit celebrating Mumbet, the first slave to successfully sue for freedom, running from Friday the 21st through Sunday the 23rd from 11 to 4 on the Society grounds on 159 Main Street next to the Town Hall parking lot. The exhibit is free and open to the public, following strict social distancing and mask guidelines. More information, sheffieldhistory.org. And the 11th annual Mumbet Walk to Freedom will be held on Sunday the 23rd. You'll meet at the Ashley House on Cooper Hill Road at 9 a.m. Bring your mask and water bottle. The walk follows a 4-mile path through the Sheffield Town Green that Elizabeth Freeman took to file her suit for freedom from slavery. Checking on other stories in and around our tri-state region, in Connecticut, a state consultant found the Department of Public Health's current policy of coronavirus testing of nursing home residents and staff could be missing asymptomatic cases of COVID-19. Under Connecticut guidelines, the nursing homes are able to discontinue weekly testing of residents and staff if no new cases are detected for 14 consecutive days. The New Jersey-based mathematics recommendation to the DPH reconsider this practice in an interim report that was released yesterday. Also, the report recommended the Department of Public Health rethink another policy that does not require ongoing testing of residents or staff who have previously tested positive for COVID-19. In New York State, an Inspector General's report shows that a Environmental Conservation Forest Ranger allegedly stole gym equipment, received pay for hours he did not work, and had inappropriate sexual encounters while on the job. That, according to the report from the State Inspector General's office yesterday. Charles Richardson, a ranger within the DEC's Division of Forest Protection, engaged in widespread misconduct due to lack of supervision and discipline, according to the Inspector General's report. The office said it found he engaged in inappropriate sexual encounters while on duty, and on at least 2 occasions worked for the Boonville Police Department during hours he was also working for the DEC. The Inspector General's office said its investigation into Richardson's misconduct pointed out a larger, more widespread issue within the DEC, lack of direct supervision and accountability, and that creates an environment where the workplace misconduct and abuse of work hours are frequent occurrences. Another cancellation in our area, citing the COVID-19 pandemic. The Columbia Film Festival, Film Columbia, has been canceled for the 21st Annual Film Festival coming up this year. Film Columbia, which in 2019 introduced such films as Parasite, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Marriage Story to movie audiences, and unveiled such exciting breakthroughs as The Vast Night and Clemency, will be dark for the first time in its storied 20-year history. Beyond the artistic and commercial effect of a year with no festival, the board said the financial impact could be of greater worry. Out of Massachusetts, neighbors opposing an indoor cannabis grow and manufacturing business in Egremont. A planned enterprise is too big and busy for the rural area near the Pumpkin Hollow Road. When the seller of a lot in Riverbend subdivision went under contract with the corporation, the company planned to convert a 12,500 square foot wood veneer plant and employ about 10 to 12 people. At the time, neighbors and members of the subdivision's homeowner association accepted the proposal, but a July 6 application to the Zoning Board of Appeals, which will hold the public hearing coming up this Thursday, introduced a second phase of work that would add a 60,000 square foot two-story addition with 70 employees and round-the-clock work. That would bring the facility to 132,500 square feet in size, which is larger than the Big Y Plaza off Route 7, according to Peter and Peggy Barrett, neighbors and a family of the seller, Benjamin Barrett, in a letter circulated to the community. The ZBA's hearing will be conducted by Zoom at 5 p.m. on Thursday. The Democratic co-chairman and ranking Republican members of the Connecticut Energy and Technology Committee raised the possibility of the legislature taking a step in a special session in September, which is to mandate Eversource and United Illuminate compensate customers for losses of food, medicine, and electricity due to the tropical storm. Quoting here, "We look forward to having further discussions with the legislature about the utility accountability and consumer protection." That from a spokesman for Governor Ned Lamont. In Red Hook, the Red Hook Central School District is delaying the start of its in-person classes until October 13th, quoting here, "because a number of safety requirements cause significant barriers to reopen in person," end quote. That according to a letter from the superintendent and the Board of Education to the community. The district's expectation is that school will start September 14th with remote learning. The letter did not identify the safety requirements causing issues. The district's online calendar Monday evening listed September 9th as the first day of school. 5 months into the coronavirus pandemic, and in the wake of district statewide unveiling plans for reopening, Red Hook's announcement marks the latest delay in the return of Dutchess County students to the classroom. Gyms will be opening in New York August 24th, according to Governor Cuomo. Municipalities will have to inspect the facilities by September 2nd as part of the reopening. Localities will have a major role, according to Cuomo. They need to inspect gyms before they open or within 2 weeks of their opening to make sure they're meeting all the requirements. In Great Barrington, the suspect in an August 9th shooting incident on Pittsfield Road in Lenox is now under house arrest with a GPS monitor following a dangerous hearing at the Southern Berkshire District Court. Judge William A. Rhoda released Daniel Sheehan, 34 of Crystal Street in Lenoxdale, with an extensive list of conditions pending his next court date on October 8th. The victim in the shooting, Rashard Garnett of West Street, Pittsfield, was treated at Berkshire Medical Center for a broken rib and collapsed lung until his release 5 days later. Rhoda allowed Sheehan to leave home wearing a GPS monitor only to retain his job as a machinist, but ordered him to stay away completely from alcohol, marijuana, or any other drug. A reminder, Connecticut's sales-free tax week is running through Saturday. Shoppers, last time this happened, didn't have to wear masks or follow social distancing, but that's different this year. If you're going to go out and enjoy that sales tax freedom, well, the only way you can do it is if you're wearing a mask and you social distance. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgans at the Interlaken, interlakenin.com. You'll also find them on Facebook, and by Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 66.84. It'll start off today at 27,778.07. The NASDAQ starts off today at 11,210.84, and the S&P 500 will start off the day at 3,389.78. We'll take a look at your tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.